Good afternoon, well, evening, when I'm recording this, folks, to another random game of League of Legends. This one I was lucky enough to actually find when it started on 1 second. Shows you how long it takes me to set up when I find one. So today in this game we have got Vladimir, Akalai, Caitlyn, Rammus, and Blitzcrank versus Fizz, Nautilus, Rumble, I almost forgotten his name then, Sona, and Varus. Now this is going to be quite the interesting game here, as we can see the items coming out from the start. Blitzcrank is clearly the support with that many wards, holy hell. What's he got? He's got 2 sight wards, the vision ward, and the free 30-second ward. Sona's gone down a similar path, but she hasn't got the vision wards, she's gone for mana regen. Everybody's warding up. Caitlyn starting off with the Doran's Blade, the same as Varus, and both junglers also starting out the same. Judging by the looks of things, Akalai is going to go top, Vladimir is going to go mid, and Fizz looking to get a very early edge in that middle lane with the red pot to try and boost his health and attack damage. So obviously key to having a fun time with Vladimir. So we can see pings coming out. They're obviously thinking about doing some level 1 invades or preparing for them. Unfortunately, when both sides defend, nothing happens. And so there we go. Both sides are going to sit there and poke away their respective camps. Rammus going to get the big wall from Vladimir, and Akalai just going to sit there, help soak up some of the XP, and then Swanee their way home. I'd actually say that Nautilus is slightly ahead, but only slightly, not by a huge amount. And he started his blue sooner, but that's because he's had more people helping him out. Of course, though, Caitlyn and Blitzcrank have got that slight edge themselves. In fact, they got golems, so in a way, Caitlyn's already ahead on Varus with the fact she's got free farm. Oh, and Blitzcrank going for a very early grab, sort of regretting when Sona came up to drop that power cord. And Varus getting very low. Sona also getting harassed there by Caitlyn. Okay, I called that completely wrong. I thought Vladimir was going to go mid. Obviously not. He's going to go top instead. Obviously doing a bit of a lane swap. Varus getting his E down to try and slow down Caitlyn. Some manic aggression already starting off early. Holy hell. And Caitlyn and Blitzcrank brought quite low. Varus has already had to be. So that's a huge advantage already for the blue team. Allowing Caitlyn to farm up. And Nautilus has already come up into that top lane. Snooping around. Going, hey, is there someone here? Yes, there is. So is a Vladimir. Let's play with him. I've got a double buff. I'm all good to do this. They're hunting him down. They're just harassing him away from the turret. And away from the minion wave, rather, down to his turret, as things slowly get underway, and everything's sort of calming down. Oh, saying that though, no sooner said than Rammus rolls out of the bush and runs over a little Fizz, but Fizz is quick on his feet and able to hop, skip and jump away. So there we go, blue team's got a nice early ward onto Dragon. I want to just make sure no shenanigans going on. I don't think Rammus or Nautilus will be prime early Dragon candidates. You want someone who can sustain themselves quite well. And Varus and Sona going so heavily aggressive, and Varus nearly going down, but Caitlyn isn't careful, she'll get taken out. And top lane now, some revenge for Vladimir onto Rumble. So many R's today. It's not a good day to be casting when there's a load of R's. Everyone being quite low, blue team being very aggressive at the start. I don't really think that's the best thing to do. Rumble's overheating. And little Fizz sitting there trying to sort of nick some farm away from Akalai. Now a lot of good that's going to do. Both junglers pass each other in the jungle. Oh, Akalai has to pop her stealth shield. And down she goes to Fizz's Ignite. That's fantastic. A nice little bit of first blood at 5 minutes in. And so the game back and forth continues. One thing I should actually notice is when Caitlyn went back, she got double Doran's Blade, and when Varus went back, he didn't get anything. So she's even farther ahead now. And she's going to get some free damage and some free life steals sustain. No, it's not going to be as good. It's a fixed amount, not a percentage. So she's not going to scale up very well. Though she has got herself some health potions to try and counter the annoyance of the Sona heal. Rammus has gone back now and he's picked up his Spirit Stone and he's got boots and some pots already. Nautilus still hasn't gone back yet. He's still farming, so obviously he's looking to get something quite expensive. Probably going the same sort of build, I would reckon. But I don't know. Oh, Varus getting pulled. Varus is going to go down. There we go. Shy Boogeyman. Obviously not being very shy, wanting to dance with Varus. And doing the right thing and leading. In comes Rammus, running over Fizz again. Is he going to get away this time? Probably not. His flash is down. Oh, it doesn't have flash. Sorry, barrier is down, but he can just hop over the wall out the river and get away from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Rammus. And now Nautilus being forced away from the jungle here to try and defend this turret. And top lane still a very back and forth lane. Oh, here comes Rammus again with that spin. Is he going to hit Rumble? Yes. There goes the stun. There goes the hemorrhage. One more hit. Down goes Rumble. So blue team are already up now 2-1 despite Fizz getting first blood. And he's going to go back now. He's probably going to try and make that... Oh, he was going to go back. And Acolyte decided to say no, you're not having any of that. Flashes and gets the auto attack for the kill. Oh my, this is certainly a very interesting game. I really wish someone was here to co-cast with. It would be a nice bit of banter time now. Oh, Paris and Caitlyn going into each other. Caitlyn just needs one more hit. Barrier popped, keeps Paris alive, but only just. Rammus and Nautilus both dying, again determined to try and do some damage. And some harassment, obviously not getting anywhere. Both sides are just going to walk away from this engagement. Blue team still going to remain highly aggressive. Pings coming out everywhere. Blue team calling for warnings and enemy missings. Let's see what the Fiddles get when he went... not Fiddles, Fizz, sorry. Let's see when he got back. He got some health potions. Still sticking with that double Dorans. And Purple team calling for Fizz to get his blue. And it's going to help him a lot. Akalai and Vlad now both got that Hextech Revolver, so that's going to keep them quite happy and alive with all that spell ramp. What that means is every time they use an ability, it's a similar way to lifesteal for attack damage, sort of auto attacks, but it's based off your abilities and the percentage magic damage you do. So that's going to make those quite handy for those two champions since you kind of build them ability power. As we can see here, we've got Rammus going for the boots and mobility. I actually had to look because I haven't seen those boots in ages. I haven't seen anyone pull them out in ever so long. Acolyte getting quite aggressive onto Fizz again, using her stealth field. Down goes the Shark. Acolyte's going to go down. Down she goes. Sadly not eaten by the Shark. So at 9 minutes in, it is 3 for 2. It's 11.5k to 10.7k in favour of the blue team in all this. So far, no one has taken a tower. Nautilus has had a random disconnect. This is obviously going to be quite bad. Everybody is now level 6. Ace in the hole, not enough to take down Varus. A couple more auto attacks, but Ignite from Blitzcrank does it. There we go. And I've only just noticed that Varus has picked up a Vampiric Scepter. So that's probably either going to become... oh, okay, that's settled it now. He's got the Build-to-Water Cutlass, so that's going to become Blade of the Ruined King. Unless, of course, he's going to go for a very weird random build, and he's going to go for the Hextech Revolver. Which actually works quite well, Varus. The extra ability power scales rather well with his W, the Blighted Quiver, so you can do more percentage health damage. And there we go, blue team now starting Dragon quite happily. They got rid of both Sona and Varus. No one around to contest it. The new Nautilus are disconnected, so there's no bit of jungle steal. And there we go, that's going to be back up in about 4 minutes. Oh, and back comes Nautilus. He's going to be quite far behind now. He is down a level, which I know doesn't sound like much, but is quite a lot in the grand scheme of things. And as everybody just sort of resets their lanes, goes back. Caitlyn now has got the BF Sword, the Vampiric Scepter, so it's definitely going to become a Bloodthirster. And is Fizz going to dive this? Watch it, Fizz, watch it! You crazy fish! Thing! My god, that was a dive. That was a dive and a half. Even I would feel a bit cautious about doing such a thing. So, with that now, that's 5 for 3 in favour of the blue team. And they've already got a dragon, so that's put them very nicely at nearly 3,000 gold in the lead. So, as we see here, we're getting a nice double team in the top lane. Vladimir has been knocked up by Nautilus. Going down. Oh, barrier popped, but still goes down anyway. The auto attacks from Rumble does enough. Not quite enough to level out the score or the gold advantage. So we'll see. Blitzcrank places down a pink ward in the river, trying to see if there's any ward shenanigans. Sona goes down after being grabbed and knocked up by Blitzcrank. We're not getting out that one alive. Rammus here having to defend against Rumble and the very aggressive nature that he's in. And Phil's still harassing down Akalai. Barris getting absolutely heavily harassed, having to pop the ult. Ace in the hole goes out. It's enough. But the tower gets the final hit and gets Blitzcrank, and Fizz gets Akalai as the camera pans back over. Whew. Oh my word. Oh, Miasma's really playing up doing all this casting. But I shall persevere because this is very exciting stuff. So, there we go. Purple team just lost their turret. Rammus comes diving in to try to stop Fizz, trying to knock him into the tower and hopefully taunts him, but obviously wasn't enough. So we're rapidly approaching the 13-minute mark. Dragon will be back up within the minute. And we will see what things go on. Well, very little at the minute. I suppose now will be a good time to talk about the reworks that have been happening lately in League of Legends. By the time this video comes out, hopefully, it would be Sejuani and Trundle both got their reworks. Oh, there we go. Purple seem to just lost their top turret as well. That's going to help them out very nicely. It's going to make things for them a little bit easier for the push. And as they all pile into mid now, Rammus is waiting in the wings, hoping to catch someone out. And Nautilus is coming down as well to try and assist Fizz. Oh, a nice little smack there from Fizz to kill all those minions. And Rumble's calling for assistance in the top lane as Vladimir's heavily pushing him down. At least I assume he's heavily pushing him down. I don't really want to disturb the camera because... Oh, there we go. Yeah, heavily pushing him down. Thank you, director camera. And in comes Nautilus for the assist. Dropping out his AoE ability. Rumble dropping out the incendiary coconuts to try and kite him. Out goes the depth charge. Knocks him up. Rumble is going to go down to Vladimir. But Vladimir is going to go down to Nautilus. With the Sona getting the assist. And so is Rumble. So... all in all, not bad. A 1-for-1 engagement there. Oh, Purple have now lost all 3 of their outer turrets now. So now we've got the inner and inhibitor turrets left to go. This is certainly going to be one of those games where it's going to be a blue team victory. Surrender at 20, I would reckon. And... Blitzcrank trying to be a bit cheeky there, trying to pull away the blue buff. Not going to do. Purple seem very quick to respond to that to say no thank you. That is our blue buff. And picked up Nautilus, obviously picked it up there. Oh, they pull Fizz out of position. It's not enough though. Silas goes down, but Rumble dies after being sort of stun locked into position by Varus. Chain of Corruption goes out. Down goes Blitzcrank to Sona. But Nautilus brought low by Caitlyn. So a 2-for-1 in favour of the purple team, and they happily bring the kill count even, but sadly the turrets and dragon leaving them lacking in gold. They are now 4k behind. So as things settle down a little bit, I hope, Vladimir plonking down a ward, looking to take away the purple team red, and everyone backing because of, wow, they're actually quite low on mana. Anyway, yeah, as everyone's quite low, we shall look at what people are building. As items go, Caitlyn obviously getting ready to get that last whisper with the pick. Oh no, she went for an Infinity Edge. Okay, I'll call that completely wrong. Well, I suppose really, yeah, every 7th shot is a crit. No, you champion Smitty. So, she's going to get that Infinity Edge. She'll probably also get a Bloodthirster and a Phantom Dancer, or she'll just hang on to that Vampiric Scepter for lifesteal percentage. Along with other builds, we've got Vladimir going with that Hextech Revolver and Haunting Guy, so he's going for Spell Pen and Ability Power, as to be expected. Akalai going a bit hybrid there with the Bilgewater Cutlass and the Hextech Revolver. That most likely will become the Hextech Gun Blade, so it will give us Spell Vamp and Lifesteal. Going further down, we've got Rammus in the jungle. He's building his Aegis of the Legion. And Blitzcrank, obviously looking to go somewhere else, possibly into, I would guess, either Locket of the Iron Solari or the Shelby's Reverie, or whatever it is. And on the purple team, Fizz has got his Lichbane. The opposing jungler of Nautilus, Rammus, he too appears to be building the Aegis with the Magic Resist Cloak, but he has got his Golem item that's like walking around with a mini blue buff that can't be stolen. Kaylee running around with double buff, that's going to be scary. And Fizz has just found out, my god, the chunking damage from that Piltover of a rifle. Where else were we? Rumble was also trying to counter the Haunting Guys of Vladimir, but he hasn't got the Hextech Revolver for the Spell Vamp. Sona, again, has gone for the Chalice of Harmony to try and keep her mana regen up a little bit. And a cooldown reduction as everyone piles down onto Caitlyn. Caitlyn gets nommed by the shark. Blue team doing a fantastic... sorry, not blue. Purple team, sorry, doing a fantastic engage. The blue team doing a fantastic job to respond. And down goes their Fizz, so that's them shut down. Akalai sadly killed by Ignite Tick. Rammus going down to Sona. So all for all, that's a 3 for 2 there. And they might... Oh, who got Dragon? I didn't see who got Dragon. Judging by the goal, blue team still got Dragon. So the kill count is still even at 12 for 12. So much going on, I can't even keep track at the minute in this game. But purple team doing very well to come back from this. Already now hammering down on this middle lane turret to happily get the global gold and get the objectives back in their favour. Obviously, albeit very slowly. Oh my god. There we go, Rammus has now got his Aegis. Blitzcrank has got the Kilder Gem, so that's going to either be a Spirit Visage, who's got some magic resistant tank, or he is going to look at getting the Reverie to give everyone a speed buff, or look at the Iron Solari to give everyone a little bit of a barrier. I know sooner than the purple team take out a blue turret in mid. So the blue team respond and go, we'll have your inner mid turret and harass you even more. So now they have lost quite a bit of their visibility in that mid lane. They're not going to know what's going on. So if blue team really want to press their advantage, what they could do is, if their lanes aren't being so pushed in, they can actually harass it and take away the enemy jungle objectives and leave Nautilus absolutely begging for some sort of farm and keep him behind and allow Rammus to get ahead. So there we go, happily pushing out the range, Vladimir and Rammus. Vladimir, that sounds like a very scary combination, a fusion of the two. Pushing out the top lane a little bit. And the ping wall's going out because Fizz is there, and so is the entire purple team. They're desperate to get a 5-man gank onto this. Barrier has been popped. Fizz's ultimate has been popped. Fizz is going to go down despite the heal from Sona. Crescendo goes out, a couple of quick auto attacks, and down Vladimir goes. But again, blue team very quick to chase up and get this. The Chain of Corruption gets nobody. Ace in the hole gets Sona. Nautilus is going to go down at this rate if he's not careful. He hasn't got his flash. He's not got his hook. There we go. The double kill happily going to Caitlyn, getting all that farm for her. Blitzcrank now charging on to Rumble. The pull, the knockup. Rammus is charging in, hoping to stun him. There's the stun. Isn't enough? Yes, it is. And that is the end of Rumble. A very bad chance to back there, Varus. If Caitlyn knew you was there. And getting just that last critical hit off. Well played by Caitlyn there. That is really pushing blue team very far ahead now. They're now 9k ahead and 4 kills ahead and up 4 turrets. I can't see purple team coming back from this in any way, shape or form. I actually hope this game goes all the way to the end. As you can see here, they are quite happily farming up. Akar looking to take away the purple-blue, as Rammus is happily farming out the Wraiths. So we look back at items. A very unusual choice there from Caitlyn, getting the captain, obviously trying to get the minion wave ahead of her so she can siege towers a lot quicker. She's already got the Zeal and the critical hit cloak, which means that's going to become a Phantom Dancer. It's a pretty standard build. And Barrow's looking to do the same with the double daggers on his build. We're looking to get the Zeal, and in that goes to Phantom Dancer. Or he could be doing some sort of weird Runan's Hurricane, but more than likely actually that's going to become below the Rune King. So Blitzcrank, we'll look at the supports now, and Blitzcrank has got the Locket of the Iron Solari. He's still got that Philosopher's Stone, so he's still getting that fairly chunky gold income, as well as sort of assisting his team with a little barrier. And Sona, sadly, still hasn't built much from what she's got at the minute. She's obviously looking to get some more mana and cooldown reduction a bit, and be a bit more aggressive rather than a supporting Sona. So as we look at the junglers, Rammus obviously looking to get that Sunfire Cape. As I said, there we go, there's below the Rune King just done for Varus. So yeah, Rammus looking to get a Sunfire Cape so he can do his wave clears a lot quicker. And then possibly split push or defend against the split push from the minions. He's already got his Aegis, that might go to a Runic Bulwark, depends on his personal preference. As we look at Nautilus, he too has gone for the Aegis of the Legion, and blue team happily doing a dragon. It's going to be completely uncontested. That's going to put them even further ahead. They're now nearly roughly about 9k ahead, and all the pluses now are in their favour, and they can happily troll along. So as we were rambling on, as things were settling down, and although I might have to hold it for a second, possibility of an engage here, looking to be a 5-on-4 as Rumble is back to his fountain, and Rammus face tanking that turret like a pro. And the crescendo goes out, it's keeping Rammus locked up. It might be too little too late. Down he goes to Sona. The purple team get the top turret just from minions alone. Akalai getting harassed down, Vladimir getting heavily poked. The piercing arrow coming out from Varus. So that was a 1-for-0, nearly a 2-for-0. Will they get Vladimir? No, he blood pulls, makes himself intargetable and runs away. But they come back though and pull away Sona. So that's a 1-for-1. They're charging in onto Varus now. They pop the barrier, ace in the hole onto Rumble. I think that was a misclick there by Caitlyn. She wanted to get a sight onto Varus and get him out of the picture. But sadly, Blitzcrank goes down, so that was a 2-for-1 in favour of the purple team, but still not enough. Blue team are 7k ahead. They are 3 kills ahead. There is no way they can come back from this, even though they are only 3 towers ahead. But they've also, I think, if I got this right, they've got the majority of the dragons. So they are miles ahead. There is nothing really that can go wrong from all this. Saying that, having Caitlyn on a rampage and a very tanky Nautilus hunting her down could swing the favour back in favour of the purple team with the bounty. But obviously nobody fears the Nautilus when Akalai charges in and drops all of her abilities. This is certainly an interesting game. So as we look at item builds, there's a very strange item there from Sona. I've never seen that one before. What's that one? Oh, that's Mikhail's Crucible. Oh, I see. Okay, so she's going for quite a lot of things, and even allowing people to break away from things. So, like Rammus' stun, the Blitzcrank pull, Caitlyn's traps. That's actually quite a good support item. It's very unusual to see, I must admit. Even I've never seen it before. As things go, Fizz has got his Lich Bane, he's got his needlessly large rod. Akalai's got a Hextech Gunblade, she's got a Mercury tries to tank herself out. She's even got some health there, also looking to build Warmogs and make herself really quite tanky so she can dive in and do a fair chunk of damage. Now, as we say that, Vladimir gets absolutely bashed to death by Fizz, Sona and Nautilus. Blitzcrank pulls Nautilus out of the way so people can start focusing down, but Caitlyn isn't enough. Fizz is running away on little to no health. Blitzcrank gets the knock up as Fizz tries to dart away. It's not enough though. His grab is enough to squeeze the life out of the little fish. As we can see, everyone else is going low. Rumble is overheating himself to try and kill down Akalai. Rammus is incredibly low. It's 4 on 3. With minion support, this middle turret is going to go down. Most likely. As they're not even going to try and defend this. So it's going to let the purple team have it. Allow themselves to pull back into this game. Well, this is certainly something. So currently it's 5-3 in turrets. The blue team are up in both kills and gold. And in terms of items, they are definitely quite far ahead. They've got quite a few items completed already. Vladimir is quite happily running around with the Abyssal Scepter and Will of the Ancients. Akalai is running around with the Hextech Gunblade, which is about to finish its cooldown. And the Mercury Treads for speed. Caitlyn is miles ahead of her lane opponent Varus, getting both the Infinity Edge, Phantom Dancer, and starting to build her, I'm guessing, her GAs. And as blue team do this Baron, it's going to be completely uncontested unless Varus smells something's up and decides to go and do something about it. He's going that way. He's got the red buff. He jots the Hail of Arrows. Was it the steal they needed? No, he gets pulled in by Blitzcrank and murdered for trying to steal it. Blue team obviously taking great offence to that. And the ping's calling out to go kill the fish. Rammus going for full speed, not quite enough. He's getting quite overextended away there from his teams, slowly limping away from his injuries. Obviously his wave clear now is going to be quite scary. Vladimir just saying he's going to go do the top lane inner turret to try and keep that turret lead up, as well as to help the minions push that a little bit easier. Although that middle inhibitor turret is very low, the next minion wave and a decent engage for the blue team will mean they can have this turret, which will be right up their alley and definitely their cup of tea. So, as things go down, Fizz gets pulled out of position, getting silenced, getting beaten down. Rammus and Blitzcrank pull up Black Hill. Crescendo goes out. Akalai is so low. Down she goes. I didn't even notice the chain of corruption that got popped there from Varus. Obviously getting very low. F4 support low. The ace in the hole picking up Varus. That was a 4-for-1 in favour of the blue team. They can quite happily kill off Sona. Get the ace. That is it. That's the ace. They're going to lose this inhibitor. They're most likely going to lose the Nexus turrets. I would reckon the purple team is about to surrender any time now, just as my game catches up to live. Happily knocking on the Nexus turrets. Could this be one of the few games I cast where nobody surrenders and they just admit it was a good game? There we go. There goes the second inhibitor. Sorry, not inhibitor, Nexus turret. And there goes the final Nexus turret. Good game there, blue team. Solidly pounding down the purple team. So, with that all said and done, guys, I hope you remember to like and favourite this video and leave a comment below. Also, don't forget to check out the Facebook and Twitter stuff as well. I will see you all next time, hopefully. Ta-ta!